Dear Volodymyr, as a future member of the European Union, I'm very glad to have you here among our colleagues. First message. In spite of the great expectations created by President Trump's initiatives, that's clear today that unfortunately these initiatives doesn't match the goodwill of President Putin, and Russia is increasing the strikes, against civilians, against civilian facilities, and then means that we need to continue to support your fight for a just and lasting peace. Today in the morning we approved already the 19th package of sanctions, targeting shadow fleet, banking and energy sector of Russia. And today in this European Council we will take the political decision to ensure the financial needs of Ukraine for 2026 and 2027, including for acquisition of military equipment. And this is a very strong message to Russia. We said repeatedly that we will support Ukraine as long as necessary and whatever it takes. And now we are concretizing this. And today we will take the political decision to ensure your financial needs for 2026 and 2027. Then, dear Volodymyr, welcome to your house, and I think we will have a very good European Council.
Thank you very much, Antonio. Dear Antonio, dear journalists, thank you first of all for invitation, and this decision of 19th package of sanctions is crucial for us. Thank you so much. And today it goes together with the yesterday's decisions of President Trump on energy, also sanctions package. We waited for this. God bless, it will work. And this is very important. So I agree with you totally that Russia doesn't show that they want to stop this war. They attack us. You see, again, kindergartens, schools, just civilians, and they increase this pressure. It means that we have not only to defend with all Europe, with the United States together, we have to pressure on Putin, stop this war. Pressure, it means sanctions packages, long-range air defense, and of course financial support, about what we will speak together today. This is the main thing, that together. Thank you for this unity, thank you for this support.
Do you think the sanctions just announced by the EU but also the US will make a difference in this war?
What will be what?
The sanctions both from Europe and from the US will make a difference.
I think that we will see. So I think that, of course, it's more tough sanctions on Russia. 19th package is very important, and of European leaders, of EU, but American sanctions are also very important. And this is a good signal to other countries in the world to join the sanctions. You know that not only energy, we need shadow fleet, etc., and continue until Putin will stop this war. So these are decisions very important.
Do you think a ceasefire is still possible? Do you think a ceasefire is still possible, President Zelensky? Do you think a ceasefire is still possible?
Ceasefire is possible, of course, and I think all of us need ceasefire. But we need more pressure on Russia for ceasefire.
President, what
You have met President Donald Trump. How was the meeting?
A long meeting, important meeting. We discussed a lot of things which can be openly. We can share opinions, but there are some things on which we work. It's about long range. I can't share a lot of details, but I hope that decision will be made.
The Tomahawk missiles, can you tell us anything about that?
Tomahawks, so I think that you heard it from President Trump. It's a very sensitive decision, but it's like sanctions before. It was unbelievable, but now we see the decisions on on these energy sanctions, which are very important. And that's why I think with long range we will have the same decision in some future, but it depends on American side, exactly on their side.
Is there pressure Ukraine to territorial concessions?
No territorial concessions.
All right, another question to Russia.
Mr. President, how about the peace summit? If the sanction doesn't help, how about the peace summit?
We said that we were ready to support ceasefire. We are ready to support any kind of negotiations, I mean format. But meanings of negotiations are very important. We need fair discussion. We need lasting peace. This is very important for our nation. Thank you so much.
The last question.
One question I would like to ask you on sanctions. You said you're really happy about the sanctions, 19-sanction package, but
Of course.
But also on the US sanctions. But does this mean, for example, also that you wish that the EU will go out of gas and phasing out gas even quicker? Is this also necessary?
Also necessary what?
That the EU phases out gas, Russian gas.
Yes, of course, it's very important. I think
The 19 package includes the LNG.
this is the answer. Thank you so much. Sorry.
What's your message to President Putin?
Sorry?
You said whatever it takes to support Ukraine, which I understand is a political position. But in terms of action, reparations note seems that Russia still has issues that it guarantees that it will fight to. So really is the EU doing whatever it takes? And can you tell that President Zelensky by your side today, reparations alone will be political, they will be critical on it? Can you reassure him of that?
As I said, today we will take the political decision to ensure the financial needs from Ukraine to 2026 and 2027. The technicality of the solutions, we continue to work with the European Commission. But the most important is the political decision and the clear message that we are sending to Russia. They don't care, they cannot believe that we are tired. We are not tired. And we are here to continue to support Ukraine diplomatically, politically, militarily, and financially. And this is the most important message for Russia, because Russia needs to understand that they need effectively to stop to kill civilians in Ukraine. They need to stop to destroy civilian facilities in Ukraine. They need to stop the war in Ukraine. They need to accept all the diplomatic efforts, namely the efforts by President Trump to bring them to the peace negotiations. And it's clear now for everybody that President Zelensky accepts the ceasefire. President Zelensky accepts the peace negotiations. What we need is that Russia accepts also. And last week, once again, the expectations created by President Trump was very welcome from everybody. Everybody wants this. Unfortunately, there are only one person, there are only one part on this that doesn't accept, is Russia. And that's the reason that on one hand we need to continue to support diplomatic efforts, but on the other hand, as we have always said, we will continue to support Ukraine by all means. And today we will take the political decision to ensure to support the financial needs of Ukraine from the next 2 years. And that means that they have the capacity, the financial capacity, to continue their fight for a just and lasting peace. And Russia should understand this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.